Thanks for coming to Coin Graph Market. Here is where we change your crypto journey. Or are you sick of keeping an eye on the market all the time? With our $1,000 to $100,000 trading challenge, you can trade like a pro without having to sit at your computer all day. It only costs $79 a month. You can instantly copy the trades I make. Sign up for Satoshi Swiss today and step up your crypto game. Let's take over the world of crypto together. To join, click on the first link in the text below. Now let's finally start the movie. As the days get shorter until break, things will be calm, but XRP is holding strong at a very important level. So we have a lot to talk about in this video. We've already talked about it. We are going to talk about it again. We are going to look at our present situation again. 66 is just a pain in the behind. It's people who are rude. It's 2020 and we're stuck between 32 and 33 cents. We are now forced to do this 66 cent thing. We are going to talk about pudgy penguins and what they do, as well as the EMF and cryptocurrency. In the world of cryptocurrencies, Ripple is like the Rockefeller. Chad pushed to XRP to 1,000. What a wonderful trade. You need to listen to what he has to say. We'll then talk about the future, a breakout and a repeat. So let's get right to it. Bitcoin is down 0.18 right now at $43,960. On the other hand, Ethereum, which is worth $23.49, is pegged to the USD and USDC currencies. XRP is down 3.79 cents or 66 cents on average. The value of all the cryptocurrencies on the market is $1,607,000,000. Where are we going to go from here? I really don't think Bitcoin will hit the $40,000 mark again. I am not. I think that's the last time Bitcoin will be worth less than $40,000. Of course, only time will tell. On a slow but steady rise, I believe the bull market will reach a gate value of $2 trillion. At that point, it will be in full bull mode, but I don't think we'll see a lot of these altcoins go up in price until there is a big flow of money into Bitcoin that sends it to new all-time highs. 2024 is already looking like it will be a very magical year for everyone who believes, not just those of us who own Bitcoin. As followers, we are the one that aligns the US. We are to be called the one. We should really be called the 0.5, the belief in cryptocurrencies, the future, and the way these markets are going. In case you didn't know, Pudgy Penguin is now one of the biggest NFT projects out there. They really first showed up at Walmart. They started making their own toys. At the very least, I believe their NFT costs around $10,000. They are now putting out a dynamic virtual world that people who own Pudgy Penguin NFTs can use. The test version will go live early next year, and the early beta version is set to come out in April. All of this came about because of the Basil Mini Conference in Miami. We call this Club Penguin. The NFT Link toys first showed up in Walmart at the beginning of the year. Now they're making their way into the market for online games. They'll be hanging out in Pudgy World, a virtual playground where friends and people who own Pudgy Penguin toys and NFT can plan to get early access will be able to use the app before April of next year. Fans of Pudgy Penguin have been wanting more ways to connect with the characters for a long time. With a place like Pudgy World, players will be able to show how much they love Nintendo. I'd like to talk about NFT with everyone. Would you like to talk about moving your idea forward by taking action and being proactive? A lot of people will hear that the NFT don't work. The projects do in fact only make pictures. They don't know what to do and can't see how to move forward. Those projects only keep putting out new pictures that need to start making things. How do we make things at Lux Lines? A place to breed animals. It looks like the parks are going to open. Our main thing website is about to go live. We play games around the metaverse. Your chance to own a Lux line is quickly running out. So you need to keep making the project bigger and better. The word is getting out how good it is. And at some point you'll wake up, hear the news, and say, oh my God, here are some links that explain why I don't own at least one of them. It seems like a good warning. I don't want to hear anyone tell me that we were unaware of anything. You've been hearing me teach this on the channel for 3 weeks now. This was put out by XRP Drops. Christina Georgina, the Fed, is very clear about cryptocurrencies and digital currencies released by central banks. She says, I would beg you not to discount the importance of this world. It gives us all with much cheaper faster services and greater inclusivity. The EIMH Managing Director categorizes digital cash into three groups. Digital currencies are released by central banks, which are guaranteed by the government and provide closure for transactions. Interoperability remains the big unanswered question here. First, stable coins and later cryptocurrencies supported by the developed trust that adds value to the investment class. Let's hear her take on a brief portion of this. But because there are three groups, we shouldn't be hasty to categorize everything the world of digital money negative. Digital currencies released by central banks come first when transactions are settled. They provide finality and are backed by the government. Nations are, as you stated, investigating this universe. Who was first over the finish line? The Bahamas with the US dollar. Over Nigeria is now entering the scene with a large number of pilots, including the largest pilot universe, which really woke me up and made me look at this because it was moving so fast. Malaysia, a pilot with 128 million users. These coins belong to the second group, which is stable. Some of them are worthy of the moniker because they are backed by assets, and when they are supported one to one by assets, they are extremely stable. Although they resemble money market funds somewhat, they are money market funds in this digital world. The degree of steadiness then drops. You should be ready to accept the chance that this will blow up in your face as it did a few days ago. Few less support there is. I want to be really clear about my thoughts. I do care about the people who lost money. Their lack of education in this new world of investing is partly to blame for their financial losses. And I want to travel to the third world where cryptocurrency isn't really meant to be backed up by anything. It's just not trying to be. In the end, what adds worth is really the trust that is developed. It belongs to the business class. When I argue that Bitcoin may be referred to as a coin, but it is not money, I always get angry and occasionally receive nasty tweets in response. Why? Because something must be a reliable store of value in order to count as money and not that you can schedule around it. And when the first country accepted Bitcoin, I